with that lovely context, let's look at what are we going to talk about. So this brings us to the agenda of the presentation. What we are going to talk about is today creative retail and customer support training. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about simple video-based training which can be used for customer-facing associates, which helps them convert strangers into advocates. This is what we are going to discuss today in this small discussion. So who is this for? This is meant for any businesses who want to increase their customer satisfaction and thereby increase their word of mouth. Now, you could be a brick and mortar retail operation business, or you could be a franchise owner. And now, nationally, internationally, I mean, you need your franchise network to stick to your service standards. Or you could be a hospital or a clinical chain where a lot of patients are coming in. So how does your front-facing nurse or a patient support staff interact with the customers? Or you could be a white goods manufacturer, which we'll be talking about a detailed case. Or you could be a business with a lot of channel partners. Or you could be a simple business with a lot of feet on the street. Now, this service is applicable for any in business where there is a customer interaction happening, especially at an associate level.
Physical customer interaction.
Absolutely. Now, listen in if your business is facing these kind of problems. Now, declining or stagnating sales. Now, you could be a situation where you'll have, if you're running a store operations, you could have a lot of browsers and they're not converting to the expected level. Or you could be having low ticket per sale or items per sale, or even lack of repeat customers. Or the classic case today, showrooming. People walk into the showroom, understand the product, and then go and buy online. This is one set of problems that we are going to address today. The second is constant advertising, expensive advertising and discounting. Now, this is because the buying or the shopping experience is not good enough. Now, to generate more footfall into your stores, you have to constantly advertise and use price as a driving mechanism. And this could be because the sale is actually happening at a price level and not at a benefit or a value level for the customers. Or it could be low word of mouth and recommendations, which is again creating the need to create expensive advertising.
Or, I would like to interrupt again, Subhash, just on this point, just to talk about it. Now, like Subhash said, the value which needs to be created. A value can only be created once the customer has a good customer experience and understands that the product that they're buying is of high value to them. And it's not just the price which is going to push the product, but it is the features, the benefits, and the overall value which the product is. Now, this seed of thought can only be planted by someone at the customer associate level, the retail associate level. Those are the people who plant the seed of the value of the product. Okay, Subhash, please go ahead.
And the third is when you have, everyone, I think most of the businesses understand the importance of training customer-facing associates, but a lot of practical problems, like say, for example, you won't have sometimes a large training department, or you're having inconsistent training systems. So this all results in low customer satisfaction and NPS scores. Now, NPS is a score which is tracked by nearly all retail organizations. So, and training plays a very, very critical component. Some organizations who are actually growing or medium sized, they won't have a formal training system. So how do you create that? Or they could be organizations who are still spending a lot of time in offline training, where you have to hire a venue, bring in a trainer, and that is too cumbersome, it's operationally inefficient, it's very expensive also. So we have a solution which cuts across all these problems. So listen in to us if you are facing these problems. So what you're going to see in the next 30 minutes is we are going to introduce you to the idea of creative video-based training for customer and sales and customer support associates. That's the first thing that you'll see. The second thing is we'll point out what are the problems or the pitfalls of conventional training system. Now they are expensive, they are operationally inefficient. We will highlight some of the problems, and a lot of businesses, when we have been doing this presentation, empathize with those points. And the third case, very, very important, is we're going to showcase some of the work that we have done for a very large consumer durable company and the kind of impact it had on sales. So this is what you're going to see in the next 30